President Biden announced he's traveling to Saudi Arabia next month to meet with leaders there and try to repair America's fraying bond with that country, a country we need right now more than ever based on where gas prices are. It's not a great position to be in, to need them, but it's the reality. Now many in the media and politicians on both sides of the aisle are freaking out. Democrats calling Biden a hypocrite for campaigning on a tough on Saudi Arabia stance only to reverse his position by pursuing warmer relations. Republicans calling Biden a sellout for now begging Riyadh for help, getting energy prices under control. They say it makes us look weak and cowardly. They both may be right to a degree, and it still may be the right thing to do. Just listen to cable news going wild.
President Biden is planning to go to Saudi Arabia to address oil and gas next month. And there are a lot of Democrats angry with him.
That news was met with scrutiny and criticism for obvious reasons, including the country's egregious track record on human rights.
Is this a mistake?
I think it is. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't shake his hand. I want nothing to do with him.
I deplore the fact that the president's going to go to Saudi Arabia and whore himself, excuse my language.
Now, there are real reasons to distrust or even despise the Saudis. Allegations of official Saudi involvement in 9/11, the war in Yemen, a dismal record on women's rights and generally human rights, public floggings and executions, an extreme interpretation of Sharia law, and of course the horrific kidnapping and execution of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, whose blood, U.S. intelligence says, is squarely on Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's hands. In a perfect world, we would just condemn the Saudis. We would want our allies to reflect our values as a free and just society. But this isn't a perfect world. In the world we live in, we have to tolerate, work with nations, even ones that we take serious issue with or even find deplorable, in order to further U.S. interests, our national interests. Oil prices are insane. The pressure on American families is building every day. Being pragmatic for Americans should be number one, even if it means disappointing your base and critics alike. And the fact remains that Saudi Arabia has been a pivotal ally for the U.S. for the better part of the last century. It's a relationship that's important to regional security of both the U.S. and its allies like Israel. And yes, oil is a part of it too. But most importantly, how is it any different than doing business with China, a country two U.S. administrations, including Biden's, have publicly accused of an ongoing genocide? A country 9 in 10 Americans consider a competitor, if not an outright enemy. There was certainly criticism when the Deputy Secretary of State, Wendy Sherman, visited that country last summer, but not this kind of outcry, or when Sherman visited Pakistan, a country the U.S. continues to give billions in aid to, despite a dismal human rights record there, and accusations that Pakistan continues to harbor terrorists and even actively hit Osama bin Laden. I could go on with the list. You get it. The reality is that it's in the U.S.'s interest to go there, to have a positive relationship, in this case with a bad regime. I don't quite understand why the media on both sides are making such a fuss about Saudi Arabia. Every day, American diplomats are forced to balance our nation's values with our foreign interests. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.